few minutes, I have two ladies that are coming to join me and to talk a little bit about not only their individual initiatives. I'm trying to make it through the day, y'all. I'm trying to make it through the day. I don't know how well I'm doing. I'm at 7 o'clock. This is about a gallon. I gotta do better with my so I'm about 7 o'clock. We're gonna see how this goes. But in a little bit, I'm gonna be joined by two wonderful women, and they're gonna be joining me to talk about this initiative that I'm so very, very, very excited about. And I'm really excited about, this upcoming initiative. And even though, and guys, don't get mad, even though this initial series is dedicated towards women, I think that we're going to have to run this back and we're going to have to do this for the guys. So, Cocktails and Conversations is what it's called, and it's a virtual series for women. And this wonderful partnership is between My Better Living, She Wins Totally, and the Bird Cares. Now, y'all know how I feel about the Bird Cares. The Bird Cares is my favorite, and I'm biased, yes, and I'm partial. My favorite nonprofit organization. The Bird Cares really spends time, just like I said, making sure that the people who need the information has the information. People in the community that may not be on the radar of I would say those in power. And the Bird Cares make sure that there's a personal touch, there's a specific touch, and a targeted touch when it comes to giving messages out to the community to make sure that people understand all the ways that they can take care of themselves, whether it's health, mental, physical, whatever it is. So, we want to make sure that the Bird Cares make sure that those messages get out. So, coming up, we have, and actually, I have one of my guests that just popped up, and so I'm gonna give a few minutes, so I can see my other guests pop up as well. But I just want to go back to this. This week is World AIDS Day. This week, Thursday, December 1st, World AIDS Day. Please mark your calendar. If you don't do nothing else between Thursday and Saturday, go get yourself HIV tested. If you say, you know what, how can I help? How can I help with this initiative? How can I help with this ending the HIV initiative that's going on in my community? How can I show support for World AIDS Day? Go get self HIV tested. That's what you do. You go get yourself HIV tested. All right, so I'm gonna bring my ladies in. I'm so excited to have them. So let me bring them in and let me introduce them. First up, I have Miss Kenyatta Rucker, who is the founder and owner of She Wins Totally, and also have the founder and owner of the Bird Cares, Miss Shundra Allison. Hello, ladies.
Hi guys.
How are you, ladies?
Good. How are you? Well, I'm still in the car. My mom had a flat and I couldn't leave her on the side of the road.
Well, listen, it is never not you to not be on the go. When I tell you this is one of the hardest working women, always on the go. Always, right? Always on the go. Always on the go. So this week kicks off, actually on World AIDS Day, kicks off our Cocktails and Conversations series, virtual series for women. But before we get to that, I would like each of you to kind of let the people know. Let's start with you, Kenyatta. Let the people know a little bit about She Wins Totally, how that was created, and what's the mission.
All right. So She Was Totally was created back in 2018 we became a nonprofit organization in 2020. We just saw a need for a safe place for women to grow, and where we can come together and actually share our ideas, where we can just love on one another, promote, inspire one another. She wins totally. Now she came in first place, but because through adversity, hard times, she never gave up. So, um, our mission again is to create a safe space where women can go to uplift, inspire, support one another by means classes, mental health seminars, self sufficiency. Those are things that we're really, really passionate about in providing resources to those that may be in need of that.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
Chandra is the founder of one of my favorite nonprofits, the Bird Cares. And for those of you who've been watching me, y'all know I'm always talking about the Bird Cares just because
Mhm.
their message resonates with me. So tell the people about the Bird Cares and how it came about and the
No, it
mission.
came about. Okay. Well, yes, president of Bird Cares, and Bird Cares, we really, just like the title, the Bird Cares, we really do care about our community, uh, and what we do. We are a nonprofit marketing, and we really highlight the disparities in our African American community. And we felt as though we needed to highlight those and find out solutions on how we can navigate those things to better health, um, and just giving the messages in a really cool ways. I think you have to really think out the box, especially with messaging that's what's the word, repetitious. You just have to really think out the box of really cool different ideas to deliver the same message. You know what I'm saying, over and over again,
Hmm.
and that's what we do at Bird Cares, because we love a good party, and and like I say, we give important messages in really cool ways.
Yeah,
So
that
that's why
and
I'm
that
super
to me
excited
is
about the
important.
conversations. Yeah,
The
yeah.
cool messages and cool ways, like
Mhm,
I feel like a lot of people are ignored,
mhm.
um and I love what both of you are doing in terms of paying a little bit more attention to the people that I feel sometimes are forgotten, right? Like
Right. Yeah.
sometimes I think that you know women business owners, like we wear a lot of different hats. You're a mom, you're a wife,
Mhm.
you own a business, maybe several businesses,
Right.
and you're trying to do all of those things really well. And so to have an
Mhm.
organization like She Wins Totally,
Right.
to say, you know what, we understand, you got this, girl.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
all in this together.
Uh-huh.
Really does mean something special. And with the Bird Cares, really saying, you know what, you forgot about my people.
Mhm.
I see you out here, and you trying to get people tested for HIV, or you're trying to
Right.
get
Right.
people to eat healthier. But what about my people over here? And
Mhm.
so I think that both of these organizations really just, like I said, speak to something very specific. And
Right.
so I want to introduce to the community this initiative that the three of us have taken on, that I'm so excited about. And that I'm so excited about this. And that
Yes.
is the cocktails, conversations and cocktails,
Right.
um, with it's a virtual
Okay.
series for
Serious.
women,
Yeah.
and we have series coming up, four discussions coming up. And the first one is kicking off this Thursday, World
Yeah.
AIDS Day.
Already.
How
Yep.
perfect. And that's on December 1st. And we have some amazing topics. So December
Mhm.
1st is sexual healing, gaining
Right.
value and validation,
Mhm.
hosted by the heiress Leslie. Yes, Leslie. In
Cool shit.
Yes.
Very
January,
cool.
yes, very, very, very cool. And so this is the first. This is the first in the conversation. And actually, I didn't. This is yeah, this is the first in the conversation. And
Mhm.
so with this one, we're going to be talking a little bit about you know what does it mean to have validation and
Mhm.
freedom in your sexual healing. And a lot of times that's just what we need, right?
Right.
Value and validation in our sexual healing. And so Leslie's going to kick that off on Thursday. And then in January, we have Coffee, who is going to take us on down the trail of the power of the pink.
I
And
think
we're,
that's the perfect person for this.
listen, she is
I
more,
think
I mean, anybody who knows Coffee and anybody who's Facebook friends with Coffee knows that this is
mhm,
her jam. And
right.
so she's going to discuss what some might call the woman's, most powerful asset. And so that's perfect for her, and
Uh,
I can't
right.
wait for that
And,
conversation.
and some people might take that title as such, but it's also just being confident in yourself. You know,
Yes.
getting
And
out there and doing the damn
yourself,
thing. You know
right?
what I'm saying? And
Right.
just
Using that
accomplishing.
energy.
Yeah, accomplishing, not accomplishing, getting up. Falling down, getting up.
Yes.
So it's more. It's a powerful title. It's more
Yes,
to it.
because it takes a beating and keeps on ticking. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
That's
perfect.
correct. I like that. I like
This
that.
So
this
that's
should
January
take a beat.
26th. It takes a beating. Keep on going, girl.
You're crazy,
Power
boy.
chicken. That's what it is.
And then in March, Women's History Month, we have Lola B. Morgan coming to
Mm-hmm.
put some respect on my name, where we're going to
Right.
discuss putting some respect on our empowerment,
Yeah.
and our
Listen,
journey and
I
what we
love
got
me
going
some
on.
Lola. I love me some Lola. Just
I
like
love
she
me
just
some
lights up the
Lola.
room when she just comes in. That smile is everything. So, I like I say, I think this is a good topic for her.
And so this is March 16th. And then
Mm-hmm.
we close out this women's conversation. And we're spreading this out. If some of you, are seeing that we're spreading this out just because we want to be able to not only get good engagement, but we want people to afterwards have some good conversation, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
so rounding us off, May 18th, 2023, I am my sister's keeper, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Erin McFarley, and we
All right,
discuss
Aaron.
fixing each other's crown. We're going to talk about fixing
Mm-hmm.
our sister's crown sometimes, because sometimes we need that, right?
And
Yeah.
that's
And
a
like I said,
really
right. I was
excited.
just about to say, Kim.
I'm
Super,
sorry.
I'm super excited about all of the ladies. I say for each topic. I mean, we couldn't have chosen better speakers. I know with that first
Mm-hmm.
topic, that comes a day after my birthday, and even though I can't even mention my question right now, but I know, but I also have questions too. So just bringing this whole thing together. I mean, I know
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be some women that kind of have things that they want to discuss and they feel a little apprehensive about it. And
Mm-hmm.
we just want them to know that it's an open forum and
Right.
for them to express themselves and to feel comfortable with expressing themselves.
And there's other women just like you out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's comforting as well. And it could be a link up into someone that you can talk to. So
Yeah.
And
that's a
I'm
good thing.
actually
Networking.
going to drop in the chat right now if you are interested in signing up for one of these. So you have to register
Mm-hmm.
so that you can enter this safe space. So if you are interested in registering, um, what we do is you go to www.thebirdcares.com/events, and you will see all of the conversations that are coming up with links. You can either click on the flyer themselves or you can click on
Mm-hmm.
the link below, and you can register for this safe space. We are creating a safe space where we really want to talk about the things that make us tick,
Right.
sexual healing. I mean, I think that, and this, like I'm ready, I'm chomping at the bit, but and one of the things that I do want to talk about is that the differences in just the nature of sex for women and men. It's different
Right.
for us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it takes on a different meanings, and so
Right.
um
Right.
that becomes part of who we are. So I guess I'm gonna ask each of you, what are you hoping that people will gain out of the conversations?
I mean, well, first for me, understanding and where, you know, it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Understanding, and just know that, this subject, if this happened to you, how it shapes your life. You know what I'm saying? And also for them to receive healing from just, people gathering around you and supporting you. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that's what I hope, people would get out of that understanding, just basically understanding of the whole subject
Yeah.
and how it affects your life and change your life and things like that, and how to deal, if any steps on how to deal with something like this. Yeah.
100% agree.
Hmm.
And for me, coming from a background or a Christian home, I'm non-denominational
Hmm.
now. There are certain things that were frowned upon or
Hmm.
things that we were told that we should not do.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, well, why was it put there if we can't do it? So maybe
Hmm.
that's, something that I want to take away from that as well, for those individuals that may have been, raised in different cultures, different backgrounds, and told what they should not do because
Right.
you're going to hell or for whatever
Hmm.
reason, to let
Fear.
them,
Yeah.
yeah, fear of going to hell or you're going
Hmm.
against your religion or whatever the case is. I want, those individuals, those women, to feel comfortable, embracing their sexuality as well.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree. And just
Good.
feeling, even in that moment, feeling that your feelings are valid, and that
Exactly.
validation part is so important,
Right.
that it's not just in your head, that you're not
Yeah.
just, imagining.
Yeah.
And I feel like every single one of these topics, really speaks to that, hey, I'm feeling disconnected from my sister girls, my sister
Hmm.
friends, and, let's talk about that. I'm feeling maybe disrespected in my workplace, or I'm feeling
Right.
disrespected as a woman entrepreneur, so
Hmm.
let's talk about that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I feel powerful, but because I have a vagina, some people think I'm not, so let's
Right.
talk
Right.
about that.
Right.
And just like how we talk on the outside of this, so the conversations are needed all the time, you know and
Yeah.
just like I say, the three of us always get together and have conversations, and they're great, and that's something that I do cherish through my life of having you guys to talk to. So
Yeah.
creating something like this is great.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Yeah.
So Cocktails and Conversations kicks off this Thursday. So this is what you need to do. You need to, and I repeat, visit www.thebirdcares.com/events.
Hmm.
Register, register for all of them. Pre-register.
Yeah,
It's
do
free
all
to
of
register. There's no cost involved. And then on that day, get your girlfriends together. Y'all can join together. You can do it from your phone, the comfort of
them.
your
Right.
own home.
Right.
You can do it from your car, wherever you are. Join in, get some popcorn, get a cocktail.
Get a cocktail.
Yeah. Get
That's
a
important.
concept.
Get a cocktail because we're
Yeah.
gonna have some good conversation.
I know
Get a
I
cocktail, loosen up a little bit,
Right.
shimmy
Right.
your shoulders a little bit so you can loosen up, so that we can have some really engaging conversation. And I really do feel like we need to do this more often, and
Hmm.
and have do more topics and talk about the things that ail us. And before you guys came on, I was talking about just World AIDS Day,
Hmm.
and how important it is for us to sort of take control of our health, right? So in
right.
Hmm.
2023, I feel like we are in control. We are no longer going to be what people want us to be, right?
Yeah.
We're no
Right.
longer going to be at risk for diabetes, at risk for
Right.
heart disease, at risk for cancer, and at risk for HIV just because they said so, right?
Mhm.
Right.
And so, one of the things that you can do starting this week is getting yourself an HIV test. I said it
Right.
before, and I'm saying it
One.
again because I really feel strongly about it.
Hmm.
World AIDS Day is on December 1st. You can come to Urban Drinker on December 2nd and get your spin a night bag and get your own HIV test that you can take at home. That
Hmm.
way, you don't have to have nobody staring at you, staring in your face,
Right.
waiting
Exactly.
for the result. You can do this in the
And
comfort of your home. You can do it while you're drinking a cocktail if you want
right.
to
Exactly.
on December 2nd. you
Well,
know?
we always say how great it is to know your status is almost
Yes.
empowering to know that you're okay.
Yeah.
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 And it doesn't mean that, and I think that what we need to do is take some of that stigma off, right? And so
Hmm.
that's what I'm
Hmm.
hoping a lot of this the cocktails and conversations is going to do, is take the stigma off a lot of these things, right? Just
Right.
because you're going to get an HIV test doesn't mean you're promiscuous, doesn't mean
Right.
you're dirty, doesn't mean you're sleeping around, but what it
Hmm.
does
Hmm.
mean is that I want to know.
Right. You're taking charge
You're
of
taking
your
charge.
future. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Think about your future, the things you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So why wouldn't you want to, add this to it just to
Right.
get the check in
absolutely.
the box? I'm great. I'm good.
And there was this story going around about, so I forgot, still a virgin, and she dated one guy. The guy, you know, wooed her and all this stuff. Well, the guy was so it,
Oh, she
I think we
paused.
lost her. Yeah. I think she was saying that the girl was a virgin.
HIV because she did not know his status. Right?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so if she would have had like these kids or something like that, then
hmm,
that would have, helped her out in that situation. So it's very important.
hmm. And we
right.
need to
Right.
normalize these conversations before
Yeah,
we sleep with people, right?
right.
Like
That too.
normalize conversations
Hmm.
about, and it's so funny because I was talking about my November read, and in the book that I just read, so there was actually this exchange, and I was happy to see it in the book.
Hmm.
Because so many times we watch these movies, right? And they just completely skip over that part. You meet
Right.
somebody, it's a one night stand, it's hot and
Hmm.
heavy,
Hmm.
and then
Right.
next you know you're sleeping together, but no one had the conversation, right?
Not at
So I was
all.
happy to see that in this book that they didn't skip over that conversation, that
Right.
these two people had that conversation, that at one point in the book she had a one night stand and that worried her, because I feel like
Hmm.
that's a natural part of life, and so these conversations should be had beforehand. I
Yeah.
mean, not for judgment purposes but just for empowering purposes. Like,
Right.
think about
Right.
how liberating and free that is to know your HIV status
Right. That's
regardless.
exactly what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Health is
freeing.
wealth.
That's
Yeah.
that's part of living a healthy, well, fit, and free. All of that is
Hmm.
part of it. And so, I think that one of the things that this series is going to do is normalize some of these conversations that we need to
Right.
have.
Or
You
even,
know.
empowering the woman to speak up when
Mhm.
that situation comes and you're getting hot and heavy and you got to stop and be like, hey, um or I already have it, here you go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right.
okay for you to carry this around. It's okay, it doesn't make
Right.
you promiscuous either. It just makes
Right.
you aware, cautious, and just know what's up.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, yeah, you're right. It's okay for a female to carry around their own condoms. That is
Right, we
okay.
have female condoms now,
They have
so
female condoms
yeah,
now.
yeah.
And then, the
Which
first time I
also in
got
that overnight
introduced,
bag, so
that
yeah,
is, well,
it's
we
in
need to
there.
put some
So
more in there. So
yeah.
good. So
Hmm.
one of the
Hey,
things I remember, the first time I was introduced to the female condom, and the way they marketed it was like, oh, if you're going on a hot date, you could just put it in place before you go. And I was like, oh, that seems kind of weird, but you know,
Put it in place before you
there-
go.
there's a
before you
saying in
go, I
there's a
guess
saying
it's
in boxing. It says, "Protect yourself at all times."
at all
So
times.
we
I
have to
mean,
do
Oh,
that
literally.
in
oh,
life as
because you
women.
never know.
Protect yourself at all times.
Yes.
Hmm.
From
Hmm.
all energies, and that's not just sexually, um,
Right.
not just your sexual health, but when we're talking, and I think this series is talking about sexual health, we're talking mental health,
Mental
Right.
health,
we're
everything.
talking, entrepreneurial health, we're
Yeah, it
talking
all plays
just,
a part.
just overall, just well-being, when you're
Yeah, it
wearing so
all
many
ties in.
hats, I
Right. It
feel
all
like,
ties together. It's all on the wheel.
Yeah, yeah. When you wear
What
so
makes you
many
tick?
hats,
Hmm.
Right.
sometimes
Exactly.
you got to take some time out and say, "Hey, sis, you going through this too? Cause it's
Hmm.
something in the atmosphere." Or,
And it
"Hey,
be
you
like
know,
that. Yes, it actually be like that. Like if you're going through something, I can guarantee you that someone else may be going through that same thing or have
Hmm.
overcome that
Yeah.
thing that you're going through. So that's
yes,
why they say we're overcome by our testimonies and testimonies from others, so that we
Hmm.
know, hey, we're not alone in this. It's someone else
Right.
that's going through it, that's been through it, that can help us through it.
Exactly.
absolutely."
And we just constantly have to do it because, that person might not be on this first one. It could be on the
Mhm.
second one. So, you
Hmm.
Right.
know, it's a constant thing that we will have to do.
Right.
And we're here
Absolutely.
for it. We're here
Um,
for it.
So, Cocktails and Conversation kicks off this Thursday, December 1st, with
Hmm.
Sexual Healing, Gaining Value and Validation, hosted by the heiress, Leslie, followed by The Power of the Pink on January 26th, 2023. Put respect on my name on March 16th.
Mhm.
And I Am My Sister's Keeper on May 18th. You can register today for all four of these,
Hmm.
and you go to www.thebirdcares.com/events. Get your girls together. I think this is a great thing for mothers and daughters to watch together and sit and
Hmm.
have conversation. Sisters, cousins,
Yeah.
friends, girlfriends, and guys. Even though it's supposed to be for women, I'm not going to say that you can't listen to it. I feel like if you want to gain some insight into what ladies are going through or talking about, or you want to, if you're a dad, and you're a girl dad,
Yeah.
and you're like,
That's a
look,
great
I,
one.
I
That's a
don't
good
even
one.
know what's going on, or how do I reach her. Tune into these conversations and
Right.
hear what the ladies are saying. I think all four of these women are very powerful, dynamic, and when I tell you they are perfect for their topics, you're going to get so much out of this,
Mhm.
so much from them. Each one of them, I am
Mhm.
individually just in awe of, and I love to see what they do, and I love to see them come across my timeline,
Right. Yep.
and I really like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait for
And
it.
I
Yeah.
really encourage. I can't wait either. I'm really excited about it. I encourage, like you say, the guys. If you don't tune into anything else, I would tune into "I'm Not a Bitch or a Hoe," because you
Yes,
guys, and just in support of the women, in general. Um,
Hmm.
that will be a great topic for them to tune into as well,
absolutely.
just so they can see how that makes us feel when we're being called those type names.
Yeah.
Like, how does it make us
Yes,
feel? So, in
right.
support of that topic, that'll be a great one for them to tune into also.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And the
Hmm.
power of the pink, because sometimes I think they forget.
Girl, yes. Yeah. All of them. What they say, all of
All
them.
of
They need to
them.
tune
All
into
of
all
them.
of them.
All of them. Come to all of them.
And then we have to remind them, that whole thing.
Right. Just
Y'all remember
listen.
that one song? I know it's almost, but y'all remember that one song? Who you calling a bitch?
Yeah,
You still
yeah,
play
yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah.
I think it's Queen
Each one of
Latifah, right?
these,
Unity.
That was Queen. Yes, Queen Latifah.
yeah.
You
When
and
she
I,
knocked him dead in
TYT.
his eye.
Yeah, yeah, that part.
She's like, I knocked him dead in his eye. Who you calling her? Um, but
Right.
each of these
Right.
contests and conversations will be in the evening, starting at 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
Um, And so when you register, you get an email. Again, you'll get that link and you can join. Please, 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 if you have a daughter, if you have a sister, if you have a
Hmm.
mother, if you have a girlfriend, whatever, please encourage them to sign up for
Hmm.
one or all of these conversations. You can register for all of them now. They're absolutely free.
Right.
And on that day, I want you to have your cocktail, come with your questions. We're going to just have a wonderful, wonderful time. We'll be there, of course.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
just I'm just loving the direction that this is going in, and
Mhm.
I'm so excited. I can't wait until the first one. I just know it's going to be
Yes,
great.
it will
Um,
be.
but
Yeah.
before we get out of here, ladies, really quickly, just tell me what's next for She Wins Totally and the Bird Cares.
Well, just like you were saying with World AIDS Day, there are some other events that's going on. We have Access Granted that's going on at the Sanderlin Center. It's a fun, inclusive health festival celebrating youth, access to care, and all individuals within Pinellas, in acknowledgement of World AIDS Day, and that's at the Sanderlin Center on 22nd Avenue. And that starts from 1 to 5. So they'll have DJs out there, just like a family fun day from 1 to 5, December 3rd on that. And we also have the prevention parties that we're getting ready to have, and those are going to be touching in with the barbershops and salons. The first one that we have is going to be December 13th at Central Station Barbershop, and that's going to be 2325 Central Avenue, and that's going to start at 7 o'clock. Shots out to Antonio Brown Barbershop Book Club for letting us just kind of set up shop. And it is going to be a party, so a DJ will be there, so you guys can stop through there. And like I said, fun ways, delivering this message. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think it sticks, more when it's given in a unique way.
Yeah.
We do have another one coming up, which is going to be at TET Salon. Shouts out to Consuela Mackey.
Hmm.
Just, keep following Bird Cares, and you'll see those dates dropping and stuff like that. So, yeah, we have some things
Awesome.
coming up. Yep, yep, yep.
And what She Wins Totally got coming on? I'm waiting for the next fashion show. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
ready.
know.
we're gonna put it together. We
I'm
kind of
ready.
like put a pause on things for the holidays after we did our Thanksgiving giveaway. We
Mm-hmm,
have
mm-hmm,
How
things
did that go?
that went very well. Like it was more so done on a silent aspect where we
mm-hmm,
went
mm-hmm,
down to St. Vincent de Paul, passed out gift cards. We fed a
Awesome.
few families with those gift cards. We partnered with Publix actually.
mm-hmm.
Um, December the 20th, our She Wins Totally
Yeah.
PA chapter, we are partnering with Toys for Tots to for
Yay.
a toy giveaway. So
Yeah.
those that's in PA, they can go on to our website, shewinstotally.org, and register to receive toys for their young kids. And then after that, we have Christmas, and then we will be kicking off 2023 with some awesome things. We right now partnered with So Sweet Skin and Nails to offer the healing place right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, great things are gonna come. I think 2023, great things are gonna come. Awesome partnerships,
Definitely.
and I'm just grateful for the partnerships that we've had this year, and I'm grateful to the both of you guys as well.
Same,
Well,
same.
I'm definitely eternally grateful for the two of you, for keeping me motivated, keeping me grounded, and giving me an ear whenever I need it. I
Mm-hmm,
love both of you. And if
mm-hmm.
either of you, if anybody knows these two women, just knows how dedicated, hardworking, and passionate they are about what they do, and how much they just love people. And so, when you got that little mix of recipe, you can't go wrong. And I really appreciate both of you, for teaming up with me on this cocktails and conversations. I'm so excited about it.
Thank
I
Yeah,
you.
cannot
yeah.
wait. Again,
Mm-hmm.
if you have not registered, go register for
Go
someone and
register, people.
surprise them, and just send them the link and tell them it's something else, and surprise them. Surprise, you're gonna be having a conversation. But either way, thank you, ladies, for joining me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait until this Thursday. Kenyatta, happy early birthday,
Thank you.
girl.
Thank
Okay,
you.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I
Rare
just want to hear my
sighting. Nurse Shar singing.
twerk song that
Happy.
day.
Oh,
That
okay, so I
twerk.
can't do the
I want
twerk song.
I want to hear
Sorry.
the twerk. That's I want to hit a twerk song that day, and then I'm gonna like shake a leg or something, girl. It's going
I
down.
know that's right. Listen,
Yeah, do it.
that's how you got to do it. You work hard so
Mhm.
you can play harder.
Yeah, man, for
All right,
real.
y'all. This
For
has been
real.
another episode of My Better Living.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you, and I
you.
love you
Love
guys.
you